Located in beautiful downtown Dover, Shoals Engraving is located in the Cocheco Mills across the street from the Children's Museum of New Hampshire. Shoals Engraving started from a passion in 3D printing and maker projects. Expanding into laser engraving and cutting in 2020, today we're going to take you through the process of bringing a print, specifically a children's drawing, onto a product, favorite tumbler. We use a 30-watt fiber laser with a workspace of 160 millimeters by 160 millimeters. We're going to walk you through the entire process from the drawing, changing the drawing into a digital version, to a vector, and then lasering it on the product. We hope you enjoy our little showcase today, and here we go. So we can scan in any artwork, whether it be a children's drawing, a picture of a footprint, anything that we can convert into a black and white picture. The first step is to scan in that drawing, which we've already done. We bring it into Adobe Illustrator. Many tools that you can use for this. This is the one that we use. Resize the artwork within the workspace in Adobe Illustrator. This can get a little tricky here and there, trying to select what you want. But ideally, center it into your workspace. And then we're going to use the tracing tool, Image Trace. Once we've got the right size, click Image Trace. It just warned us that we had to rasterize the image first. So a lot of these tools are going to take you through the process, show you little tricks that you need to do to get there. So we're rasterizing the image, and we just click the Image Trace. Bringing up the Image Trace details, you can adjust the threshold to get the right amount of detail that you want in there. Increase the number of passes, the number of lines that it's taking. Ultimately, it's turning into an outline. You can see right here, it's a little traced picture. So we'll adjust these to the right amount of detail that we want when we laser it. And the last step right here is to save it to a file that we can transfer over the network onto our laser computer. So now we're in our laser workshop, specifically at our 30-watt fiber laser. Turning on the laser, bringing up the software. Just a little bit of background on the fiber laser. Fiber lasers are meant for metal, sometimes leather, a little bit of plastic, but really it shines within the metal engraving. Anodized aluminum, coated aluminum, stainless steel. It can do dip engraving, it can do a little annealing, which provides a black color to the engraving. A CO2 laser, on the other hand, is working with the organic materials such as wood. The famous Glowforge is a CO2 laser. So here we are inside our program called EasyCAD on the laser itself. We're going to download and bring in that file that we saved earlier. It looks familiar. I'm going to center it and resize it. So these lasers, they're manufactured in China and overseas mostly. They deal in millimeters, so what we're looking at is a millimeter type size. First thing we have to do is tell laser what we're going to hash or what we're going to color in. We do that through the hash command, turns it black. So this is what it'll look like on the laser, so we can resize and rotate this as needed. We're going to be putting it on a tumbler, so we're going to need to rotate it a little bit to the left. And the neat thing about these is that you can actually red laser the detail onto the piece that you're working on ahead of time so you can see how it's oriented. I'm going to add a little bit of text here. Family wasn't in the original drawing, but you can mix and match images, texts, and then we're going to rotate that as well. Once we've got that in place, we have to hash that as well. And you can do different kinds of hashes, which is telling which way the laser is going to go. Next thing we're going to do is we have to focus the laser. This specific model, you have two laser pointing down, and you need to adjust the height of the laser head to the point where the two laser beams, the two red laser dots, align with each other. And then real quick here, you'll see a square. That's that outline. So we've placed the tumbler on the workspace. We've realigned the laser. It's a little bit out of focus, which you need to do for annealing. If it was in focus, it would be burning and deep engraving. A little bit out of focus, it'll provide that dark black annealing, which is bringing the carbon to the surface of the stainless steel. Always want to use ventilation when you're lasering, and then you just start lasering. It may take a few tries for you to get the right location, the right lasering. You can see a little bit here, this was a little dark, but for demonstration purposes it's perfect enough. There are different parameters that you can use to adjust. We're looking at this at 7 times speed, so we've sped up the video. But speed is one of those parameters, the frequency of the pulses of the laser, and the power, so 0 to 100%. Adjusting any of those parameters will give you different effects, whether it's a white color, a black color, a deep engraving, very light engraving. So this is the final engraving. We used the annealing. It's a little burned around the edge, so we would have done this over to get a better picture, but that's the luxury of having your own laser. You can try and try again until you get that technique perfected, and then save those settings and just learn over time. We'd love for you to check out our website, get in touch with us. At the very least, go to our Facebook page, give us a like, watch our journey. We'll be posting our projects there and keeping you updated.